and welcome back to Bluebird Motorcar. Today we have this stunning BMW M3 in for a full service, so I thought I'd bring you along and show you the process start to finish. First things first, let's get that oil drained. But before we send the vehicle up, I have removed this oil cap and I'm going to take the cap off the top of the oil filter housing. What this will do is it will help all the oil drain out of the vehicle. Let's get that undone. There we have one oil filter cap removed. And there's the oil filter. So now we have the car all raised up, it's time to drain that engine oil. On the E92 M3, you'll find not only one drain plug, but two. So let's get them undone, get the old engine oil out. That's all the oil drained out. Time to put them sump plugs back in. An important mention, always going to put new copper washers on there. The torque setting on these sump plugs is 25 Newton meters. Perfect. All clean. Time for the new oil filter. We've gone with a MAN filter on this car. Super high quality parts. Slot that in nicely. Perfect. Quickly back to this oil filter housing. We're now going to replace that seal there and that little seal there. This little seal here looks pretty inconspicuous, but I'd highly advise changing it every time you remove the oil filter, because if you don't, it can wreak havoc with the Vanos system on the car, which is something we really want to avoid. Two fresh seals fitted, time to reinstall. And just like the sump plugs, the oil filter housing wants to be torqued up to 25 Newton meters. Perfect. Time for some fresh engine oil now, 8.8 litres to be exact. This car takes a 10W60 grade of oil. We've had to order this one in. We do keep a wide variety of engine oils in stock, but this one is quite an unusual one. But it is for high performance cars and for racing engines, so it should be absolutely spot on for this 4 litre V8. So that's the engine oil filled up. We can now seal that back up. Done. So I have gone ahead and removed the airbox. I will show you that later on when we replace the air filter, but it is now time to replace these spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get them out of this bank. One spark plug. Time to reinstall the spark plugs. We've gone with exactly the same plugs that have come out of the car. NGKR. Really high quality spark plugs. The torque setting on these spark plugs is 23 Newton meters. That's all 4 plugs torqued up to spec. Now we're going to put the ignition coils back in. That's all 4 ignition coils put back in on this side. Now time for the top cover. Perfect. One old and dirty air filter. One fresh, new and high quality air filter installed. It's now time to tackle the spark plugs on the left hand side of the engine. But before we do that, we're going to have to remove this coolant bottle and just push it gently to one side. Same process as before. I'm going to remove this cap, take the coils out, get the spark plugs out. One coolant bottle put to the side, one cover off, all 4 coils out of this side. Time to get these spark plugs out now. So we now have all the new spark plugs installed, back up to 23 Newton meters each. All the coils are installed. I'm going to rebuild this side now, just about to put this coolant bottle back in its position. So that's the spark plugs installed, fresh oil and filter change, new air filter. Time to give this underbonnet a bit of a spruce up. There we go, looking a lot better. Not an in-depth detail or anything like that. Just a quick wipe over of all the plastics and get all the dead leaves and detritus out of the scuttle panel area. Last under the bonnet is I'm going to fill up the screen wash. I'm going to top up the coolant, although I think it's all okay. I have checked the condition of the coolant and it is okay. Brake fluid is in good condition too, so there will be no need to touch that this time round. Over the tyre pressures, reset the service light, and then that's us done. So now we have the screen wash filled up to the top. The coolant has been topped up, I double checked. I do like these plunger style indicators to indicate where the coolant level is on these. Really handy. Time to fill up the tyre pressures. 280 at the front and 340 at the rear. And there she is, running absolutely spot on. What a lovely machine. So that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate the likes, the follows and the shares on the page. If you're interested in getting your vehicle serviced at Bluebird Motorcar, feel free to get in touch. You can find our contact details on the Facebook page or on Google. That's it for now. Stay tuned for the next video.